Ooh, yeah. I am the mongoose. To my right, America's favorite degenerate gambler, Sal Baps.
Are you sure the camera's on? It's supposed to be red light.
No, Sal Baps, because we stream now. So we see when you see Sal Baps, the video of us moving in real time.
I'm just making sure everything's going well.
Everything.
That's all. It's a monsoon outside. I had to dodge 2 trees to get here.
Sal Baps, I just drove from literally the Atlantic Ocean.
I know, but there's no trees there.
I drove through the fucking Pine Barrens. What are you talking about? There's no trees there.
That might be true, yeah.
So I just drove 2 hours and 9 minutes. I was in Ship Bottom, New Jersey, and I drove on fucking tires that haven't been replaced in 14 years. Literally no tread on them whatsoever.
Dangerous.
Going 45 miles an hour. New Jersey drivers.
We are risking our lives for you. We're risking our lives to give you bull pits.
I'm risking my life just breathing. I mean, both of us really are just walking fucking, like, if Guardian Angels was a thing, which I don't really believe in that. There's nothing biblical about it. But if that was a thing, we must have like a fucking army on both of our teams.
I believe that there's got to be, I don't know, like, what biblically, like, literature-wise there would be, but it does seem like there's certain events in your life where, like, it can't be luck, you know? Like, it's like someone had your back. Does that make sense? Like, it makes you question some things.
Well, there's a lot of things to question, that's for sure.
But yet again, everything about the human race has come down to luck. Everything. So
true. What was it? George Washington.
So I watched this documentary. It's new on Netflix. Check it out. If it's brand new, it's completely color restored. Stuff, so you get to see Adolf and straight up no black and white Adolf. You get to see the
this is color Adolf.
You can see the skin complexion Third Reich stuff here.
Okay.
And there's a guy and he has a quote and he said, "Look, if you survive this war, it wasn't heroics, it wasn't divine intervention, it was just pure luck. If you survive this war, it was just pure luck.
Pure luck. Okay.
It's just luck, man. Okay. I mean, and we're two unlucky people. So,
well, that shit's about to change. The Poontang parlay, Sal Baps, it already did
I think it's about to change, too.
I think it's about to fucking change because I am loving me some team over. Sal Baps, big observation that I have so far here in bowl season, not unlike years past, these fucking kids don't want to tackle. They don't want to get hurt. Half of them are in the transfer portal.
They're glorified scrimmages, dude. They're like spring games.
These are basically 7-on-7 flag football games.
Yeah, they're spring games, dude.
Not a lot of hard-hitting defense. Now, there are some outliers.
Now, that's going to change the more intense the bowls get, though. Like clearly in the playoffs, it's not going to be like that.
Right,
clearly, like, in the New Year's Day bowl games, you're going to see, like, you know, some teams that want to play football.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to those games. I mean, those games exist. They're going to happen. Just what we had so far was bad. Bad football.
Well, guess what? Because I am loving me some team overs here. Like I said, let's start it off, Sal Bab. So we already went over this game, but I didn't have the team over then. We have the Armed Forces Bowl already, Sal Bab. So it's almost like you have to bet, you know, with the Service Academy team. I'm loving, though, Air Force team over 19.5. Looks like they may get their quarterback back. They may get some wide receivers back. Air Force, we forget, they started 8-0. This team was the class
this team was
of the Mountain
actually
West.
Ranked in the playoff system. I mean, they were up there, dude.
They were the talk that we were going to finally have, you know, a Service Academy playing on a New Year's Six Bowl.
Blew their season. The Hawaii game was insanity.
They had like 5 turnovers that game. I think this team is way better than they appeared down the stretch. Had some bad injuries as well.
I actually know a dude who had like a 15-game parlay in, and all he needed was Air Force money line, which they were like laying 20 points.
Yeah,
and they lost the game.
Yeah,
outright.
So
crazy.
I'm loving though. Listen, James Madison, half their team is in the transfer portal, but it appears most of those guys are going to play the game. At least that's the way that it appears right now. Having said that, I don't care who Air Force is playing. It's an Armed Forces Bowl. It's in DFW.
It's their bowl.
It's their bowl. There's a shitload of service people in the DFW. I can say that from my time there. They were in this game, what was it, last year, 2 years ago, against Baylor as the dog, and they won.
They won. So historically, Air Force is a good bowl team. So
Yeah,
like,
you
I
know
expect
they're
them to
gonna
bounce
try.
back, and they should hit that total with the points.
Yeah.
That total should hit.
So I'm loving 19.5 their Air Force team over. Man, I have no play here, Sal Babs, but I'm just looking here at this Georgia State game. Georgia State down, running back, backup running back, top wide receiver, starting right tackle, starting cornerback. Meanwhile, Utah State has literally nothing to report as far as opt-outs. I'm probably not going to do it because Utah State is still a really weird team here, but I will say that if you're looking at a game right now purely from transfer portal, Georgia State is getting absolutely hammered. But let's move on here into the games that we actually, I do want to touch more. This was the last game that we touched on last episode. Coastal Carolina at San Jose State, one of our favorite plays. The line has now moved up to 9.5, I still believe, at FanDuel. But I am loving, I believe it's 31.5. Sal Babs, there's no way Chavon Cordero in his native Hawaii doesn't put up at least 35, 38 points.
Oh my God, and it's easy to play there, dude. The weather's perfect.
Right.
It's such an easy
long travel for Coastal Carolina. Do they care about being in Hawaii when they're at Myrtle Beach literally every day?
No, probably not.
Third string quarterback here for Coastal Carolina.
Gotta roll with the Spartans here, so that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, like I said, you can get.
I'm adding it to my card for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I've actually alt-lined on a couple parlays, San Jose State to
and that's
19
on
and a
the.
half.
To be fair, that's the 20. What day is that? 23rd.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's 23rd,
Yeah.
December 23rd. So we're up here. So yes, I actually have.
What'd you get? What line did you get?
I actually got 10.
10. Okay, well that is literally what it is right now. So
Yeah, so I have 10.
next game here, Sal Babs, Quick Lane Bowl. Quick Lane in this is the Detroit. Yes, it is.
Dude, so I'm watching Michigan State play Baylor yesterday in college basketball. Gus Johnson, who's a Detroit native, so he's like.
Didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, dude, Gus Johnson's a Detroit native, and it was so funny because they had like an aerial shot of the stadium going into the game. Michigan State played Baylor, and this is college basketball. Isn't our show. This is a college football show, but you'll see where I'm going with this. It's funny. So Michigan State's hosting Baylor. Baylor's number 6 in the country. Michigan State's having a rough year this year, but Michigan State did end up, they actually blew out Baylor. But where I'm going with this is they show an aerial shot, and the Fox theme music comes on, and Gus Johnson goes, "Welcome to the best city in the world, Detroit, Michigan." I'm sitting there like, dude, no, it's not. Like, Detroit's not the best city in the world.
No, it's definitely not. It is a.
Like, I'm just cracking up. I'm like, it was just, I don't know if it was sarcasm, but, like, he's from there.
Listen,
but, it'd be like if me and you were, like, calling a game and we were like, "Welcome to Reading, PA, the best city in the country." Like,
Listen,
I think he was just repping Detroit.
If your wife of 40 years ever dies in a 40-car crash pileup, you want Gus Johnson to be the speaker at the funeral. He will make any kind of macabre, dark moment full of light and positivity.
Dude, he's the most gifted at that job that I've ever seen. Him
Absolutely.
and Joel Klatt kicked so much ass on Fox.
Agreed.
They've overtaken any other combo out there.
Agreed. Now, quick lane bowl here, Sal Babs. We do have Minnesota down to a third-string quarterback. Having said that, Joe Rossi, one of your blood brothers there from Italia, he has taken the Sparty defensive coordinator position. Very good hire.
Yeah, dude.
Very good hire.
Jonathan Smith knows what he's doing, man.
I was all
Italians to come hit some people.
Absolutely.
Defense.
Now, I was all over the under at 38.5, which I fucking hate, as we mentioned, betting bull unders, but I was all over that until the Joe Rossi news. Now, this for me,
this game,
no play.
Just to throw this out there, this could be an under. It's at Ford Field. It's a shitty fucking turf.
Is it?
Dude, it's Ford Field. It's been there for 300 years. It's where the Lions play.
Ford Field is the Silver Dome was the old one, Sal Babs. This is only like 5-10 years old, the stadium.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I would literally bet my life.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I remember watching the Silverdome get blown up on
Yes,
YouTube.
Silverdome is where Barry Sanders played, Sal Babs. Back
Yeah.
when I still watched NFL football. Nevertheless, moving on.
All right, just disregard what I'm saying. but like, does that not sound like an undergame, though? I mean, like...
It did until Joe Rossi left. Now I don't want to fucking touch it with a 10-foot Lexington steel pole.
No, there's going to be no play for me as well there.
Okay.
So we're going to move on to the
First Responders Bowl.
We must honor the heroes. The first responders, they must be honored.
Sal Babs, did you...
Who do you think they bring out? Who do you think it'll be?
definitely some kind of brave nurse in Minnesota.
Will any of them be white?
No, of course. There will be a Nigerian immigrant
Yeah, because it'll
nurse
be like Indian. It'll be like Indians.
wearing a COVID mask. By the way, Sal Babs at the Whole Foods in Jersey today. There
Probably
was
masks everywhere.
multiple ladies wearing masks.
Well, dude, to be fair, and we know that masks don't work. To be fair, there have been a lot of bugs going around, dude. You saw it happen to me. Jalen Hurts even is questionable to play in the Eagles Monday Night Football game tomorrow. Everyone's just, I don't know. People are getting
Sal Babs,
bugs, dude.
it's almost Christmas. Whatever happened to the fucking flu and people being sick this time of year?
It is. I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm just saying there's bugs going around. Maybe people think that a mask is going to help them. It's probably not. I mean, Fauci admitted under oath that he was like, yeah, well, I mean, it kind of doesn't do anything. Remember that? He literally, it's on YouTube. This isn't like us.
If you want to wear a mask, I'm totally cool with that, but just be prepared for me to make fun of you. That's my stance on that.
Dude, I'd rather just fucking get sick than wear it.
Yeah.
I'd rather just fucking get sick.
Or just not get mouth pneumonia from it. How about that? First Responders Bowl, though, we do have the Texas
Or
State.
you can just take care of your body and just, like, actually take vitamins and eat right. And not eat the crap that we're given.
True.
It's so bad. The food is so bad in this country. It's unbelievable.
It is.
Like, you go over to Italy, you could eat fucking pizza every single day, and you won't even gain a pound because, like, the ingredients are, like, tomatoes fresh out of the gardens. The bread's, like, not all loaded with sugar and, like...
That actually is true. It's actually part of the reason why the globalists are trying to take over Ukraine is actually for the soil because the EU does have very
well that too. And they want the land, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street. They want they want to build there. They want to fucking take over and.
But the EU does not allow GMOs and Monsanto. But they are the black. I heard Jack Posobiec talking about it. The black soil.
By the way, he's fucking good.
He is, yeah. I mean, he's a bit too Catholicly for me, but you know, if you're
well, in terms of in his political takes,
yeah, for sure.
Like he's usually on point.
Next bowl here, Sal Babs.
What's considered too Catholic for you? Like,
I mean, he's like literally like holding up like the flaming sword of like Saint Michael on like every single thing that he like says, and basically. Like doesn't consider anybody non-Catholic to be Christian type Catholic. Basically, my brother. Yeah.
Well. I can tell you that The Exorcist that I follow on YouTube and watch and listen to the situations they've been in, St. Michael has been one of the most efficient ways to get people out of their demonic possessions.
Yeah, but
has a lot of power. Like the name Michael alone, going back in Christianity,
I would argue that there's as many Catholics as there is being possessed because they're worshiping false idols. So they're opening themselves up to demonic possession. But they are. I will give Catholics credit.
How many Catholics really get possessed? It seems like it's people that are like. I mean, a lot of it's mentally ill people.
True.
Let's be real. I mean, a lot of it's mentally.
99% is mentally ill people.
It is mentally ill, but
there are people in the occult though who definitely I 100% believe have been possessed.
Quick story, you'll like this, and then we'll continue the bowl games. So I do. There was a priest that was on. He's an exorcist. He was on Patrick Bet-David show. So you know if you go on PBD, like they're.
Oh, I've seen this. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and the guy's like, look. I got transferred up to Indiana. It was my first day. I didn't know much about exorcism. And I didn't even know if I really was like, qualified for this. And he goes, I walk into the parish, and he said like the main exorcist was walking around like cleaning stuff. and there was a woman just sitting in a chair. She was sitting there. She wasn't saying a word. She was just nothing.
Yeah.
This guy just sits in a corner. And the main exorcist comes in because he's being trained by this guy. He goes, I want you to just start saying the Hail Mary. He goes, I don't want you to look up at this woman. I don't want you to do anything. I just want you to say the Hail Mary on repeat, and don't even look at what I'm doing. I don't want you to see what I'm doing. I don't want anything. He said that as soon as the door closed and the exorcism started the procedure, this woman lifted up in her chair.
I believe
and
it.
he said that the exorcist just simply tapped her on the head and she floated back down into her chair.
I believe it.
Like, and this is on PBD. This wasn't like a channel where like someone's like, oh, I did this.
Listen, look
and
at
like PBD was like, dude, like what?
Like Kat Von D, one of the most famous tattoo artists in LA. She was heavy into the occult. She is now one of the most hardcore Christians going. She was just on Theo Von talking about it. And
Theo Von kicks ass.
She became a Christian because she legitimately saw, you know, basically what we know is like she saw the Manson type shit as far as the occult.
Do you know how you have compared aliens to actually demons?
Yes.
I had a video recommendation on YouTube about a NASA whistleblower recently who was saying that he's actually been like that they have had contact with demons. That your theory is actually correct.
Oh yeah.
That you're actually like 100% right, and aliens are actually like demonic, from other realms.
I believe that 100%.
Yeah, like he
100%.
basically confirmed this. He's like, yeah, this is 100% what it is. They're not aliens. They're actually demons. Like, so yeah.
And Bill Gates and Zuck and all of them, they are fucking into that shit, and they believe that they're the fucking gods to transcend humanity, and that's why they're trying to fucking outlaw meat, amongst other things. But back to one of our favorite bowl games here, the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Tuesday, December 26th.
What a stupid name for such a great game.
Yeah, it's kind of a good logo, too. I like the little, like, the cactus as the field goal post. That's pretty hard.
Yeah, because it's in Phoenix.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing on the Diamondbacks field.
Everything.
So this is, just to be fair, this is on a baseball field. So we got to watch out for those kind of games. This is on a baseball field.
Having said that, I do not give a shit. I believe Kansas is going to cover this. Now their offensive coordinator has taken the Penn State position. Great hire by Franklin. Great hire. Kansas literally has nobody of significance who is opting out or in the portal. UNLV looks like they also do not. This is going to be a good game here, Sal Babs. A really good game.
So far, out of all of these games that we've discussed, this is the only one that I actually can't wait to watch.
Wouldn't surprise me if UNLV hangs tough first half, but I do think inevitably that Kansas is going to pull away. I think Kansas does cover.
They've done everything they can this year. They've completely overachieved.
Yeah.
So, like, if going all out in this bowl doesn't matter, they lose. It's like, dude, we had a great year with UNLV. We were fucking, 10-2? Like,
yeah.
I mean, the game means more to Kansas. Lance is staying there. Yes, they lose the OC, but, like, what they've done and what they're getting back, it's just, I like Kansas here.
I do as well. I
like Kansas.
I've added Kansas to a bunch of different parlays as a pure money line.
We're adding Kansas minus 12 right now.
Oh, Sal Babs is adding it right now to his card. I like that. Next game I am very excited about, the Military Bowl, Wednesday, December 27th at 2 p.m. Eastern. I will definitely be watching this game at work in between yelling at
all the trans generals will be there.
All the trans generals will be there. Once again, solid logo.
Let me see that.
Solid logo. Solid logo.
But the solid logo is the fucking Tulane Green Wave.
Oh, the Green Wave.
The best fucking logo in college football, bro.
Speaking about the
best fucking uniforms, too.
Sick. Tulane.
Can you imagine a new era, like, fitted to that?
Oh,
just
dude.
That Green Wave.
I know. It'd be
God.
sick. Listen to what's not sick, though. Tulane going to be without starting wide receiver, starting safety, starting edge rusher, starting tight end, backup quarterback, and then Michael Pratt, all-world quarterback there. He is
not a great
TBD. And if you're him and you're going without and they were already out starting wide receivers, Sal Babs, Lawrence Keys and Jaquan Jackson. So if he's down his top 3 wide receivers and a bunch of other guys, why the fuck would he play in this game? His head coach has left. Why does he play this game?
He doesn't. Probably doesn't. I don't want to touch this game.
I do want to touch this game.
I mean, is this?
I like Virginia Tech minus 7.5 here. Virginia Tech, one of the most underrated,
That tells
hottest
you a
teams
lot.
second half.
That tells you a lot that Virginia Tech's laying that.
Yeah, I think Tulane, they were completely inept with Michael Pratt in that AAC title game against a backup quarterback in SMU, against a Virginia Tech squad that is improving every week, that they're just going to have no offensive firepower. I would lay the 7.5 here with Virginia Tech. I think they cover.
All right, here we go. This is the goofy one, the Mayo
The Book Hockey Bowl,
where they fucking dump mayo.
where you just get the Shane Beamer. I have these like visions of him forever, where they just dumped 10 gallons of cum onto his face, and he just smiled there, like just loving life, like he just was a Asian Chinese girl bukkake style.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's some fucking hilarious clips of the Mayo Bowl. What are you doing? What are you looking at?
I'm a little cold. Did you turn off the heater?
Yeah, I don't even know where it is.
It's literally by your feet.
Where?
To your right, Sal Babs. To your right. That big fucking thing on the ground.
This is my book bag.
No, Sal Babs. Literally, there's a giant heater right there.
I've never known what that was for 2 years we've been doing that podcast, so why would I turn it off?
Talk about
Turn
the Mayo
it
Bowl.
on then. It's fucking 60 degrees outside anyways.
Talk about the Mayo Bowl.
The Mayo Bowl is actually a fucking good game. It's actually a good game. We get UNC, West Virginia. West Virginia was a team that we thought was going to be, what was their over-under wins? Like fucking 4? I mean, they weren't projected to do well. We saw the first game against Penn State that they actually were like semi-competitive.
Yeah.
They ended up in a bowl game. Good for them. I mean, what's UNC losing? Who's playing? What are we doing with UNC?
Oh, I'm glad you asked here. UNC is going to be down here. Drake May. Last time I checked, he was pretty good.
We know that part, yeah.
Starting linebacker, Cedric Gray. Starting center, Corey Gaynor. Starting wide receiver, Tez Walker. He was an animal once he got cleared here. Starting defensive lineman, Miles Murphy. Starting tight end, John Copenhaver. Starting wide receiver, Bryson Nesbitt. Starting cornerback, Elijah Huzzy. And then backup safety.
Is this an under game?
What is the over-under?
The over-under at this current moment right now is 56. Is this an under game?
I hate betting unders and bowls, but it may be. It may be. Also, for West Virginia, as far as significant opt-outs they have here, they do have center Zach Frazier. He's actually one of the top centers for the draft. He is not going to be playing the bowl. That
matters. People don't understand football. Centers matter, people.
Centers and left tackles
They are
big.
your quarterback of the line. They call out what's going on. This is why I like the under.
Yeah, under's okay. I would still.
I'm not going to take it. It's my lean.
Yeah, I would lean here. West Virginia still 6.5. I do think that they cover. They were once again a very hot team towards the end of the year.
So this line opened at 3, and the fact that it's up to 6.5 shows you that like people are banging West Virginia.
Right. And then once Drake May, opted out, that
the
was
line
huge.
shot up, dude. 3.5 points.
Yeah, it legitly did. But
you ready for some crony capitalism? The DirecTV.
wait, how is DirecTV crony capitalism, Sal Babs?
Because it's fucking bullshit, dude. It's just another stupid fucking cable company that we don't need, that's out there, and it's scamming people. Have you ever heard of anyone who's actually like been thrilled with their DirecTV service?
Dude, one of our good buddies, I remember, loyal listener, TC over there in Europe. I remember sleeping over at his place in like 3rd grade, and he had DirecTV.
DirecTV was bomb ass and like 20 years ago, yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe we should talk to TC. Ask him what his thoughts are.
Call in. Fuck that. Either way, regardless of who's sponsoring it, it's the Holiday Bowl. It's always been one of my favorite bowls my entire life.
Love the Holiday Bowl.
I love the Holiday Bowl.
It's a great bowl.
Louisville, USC. It doesn't even fucking matter who's playing because the Holiday Bowl always ends up being entertaining. It's at Petco Park, a baseball field. That's where the Padres play.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, Holiday Bowl is so fucking fun. It's always
you can
2
get
days after Christmas, and it's always at 8 p.m. We got Fox coverage. You know what that means.
Yeah.
It means we're getting Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt. So, because the rest of the games that day are on ESPN, so we're getting a good broadcast team for the Holiday Bowl.
Maybe
I was too harsh on DirecTV. I apologize. Maybe DirecTV, if you're hosting the Holiday Bowl, you got to be cool, right? It means their company sat down and they're like, you know what? Let's grab the Holiday Bowl.
I would grab the Holiday Bowl.
Let's grab the fucking Holiday Bowl. So, I apologize.
I think you're being a little too harsh on DirecTV. Time Warner is a different story. You can talk shit on Time Warner all day long.
We're about DirecTV.
Yeah, we're about DirecTV.
Don't even hit up TC because I'm with it. I get it.
Okay. So the USC team over is only 24.5 at plus 100 on FanDuel. I may crank that. It's still Lincoln Riley. There are still...
Dude, let's take this fucking over at 57.5.
I already
like
did
the
that.
Holiday Bowl is just fucking loose, dude. Let's just do this. I'm making it a play. I'm taking this over at 57.5. This game's it's the Holiday Bowl. It's gonna be sauce. Let's fucking have fun with it. It is never not a fun game.
The way that Louisville got absolutely gang raped, Alcatraz prison style in the ACC championship game against Florida State, does tell me that Jeff Brom is, kind of on the rebound here.
But you know what though? They get 2 weeks off. The game's out of their mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're playing a team that cannot stop anyone. To give FSU credit, their defense was phenomenal the way that they ended the season undefeated still. I still agree that they shouldn't be in the playoffs. However, the way that their defense played it at the end of the season wasn't phenomenal. I remember early in the year, they couldn't even stop Boston College. Boston College was scoring like 35 on them. So, I mean, we're not going to see that with USC. We're going to see points here. So let's rock with this over and Gus Johnson and have some fun on December 27th, people, and watch the DirecTV Holiday Bowl.
There you go.
It's my favorite non-big bowl. I love the Holiday Bowl.
Sal Babs just gave his endorsement.
I love the Holiday Bowl.
That doesn't get you excited about something.
I never smile on the show. I'm smiling. I love the Holiday Bowl, man.
That doesn't get you excited. I don't know what will. Next play here, Sal Babs. I'm all over the Texas Bowl here. Wednesday, December 27th, 9 o'clock p.m. I'm all over
the Tax Act Texas Bowl.
That's true. The Tax Act Texas Bowl. Say that 10 times fast. Tax Act Texas Bowl. Tax Act Texas Bowl. Tax Act Texas Bowl. There we go.
Tax Act Texas Bowl. Texas A&M Oklahoma State. Tax Act.
Oh, there you go, Sal Babs. You're not autistic. I don't care what they say. So a lot of.
I wish I was.
Right? A lot of dear God.
If I was autistic, I'd be like fucking getting kicked out of casinos.
Yeah, you would make us rich right now. Why couldn't you be autistic? Actually,
I don't know, man. I don't know if Italians have that in their genes.
Listen to the transfer portal.
We have too much greed and anger.
Texas A&M is getting
heart disease.
Texas A&M is getting absolutely steamrolled here, as you can imagine.
Yes, they are.
Max Johnson gone. Looks like we're going to have third-string quarterback Jalen Henderson starting.
We got a total
right tackle,
of 53.
Starting edge, starting safety, starting defensive lineman Walter Nolan, starting quarterback, and then also starting opt-outs. Wide receiver Nia Smith, starting wide receiver, starting linebacker, dear God, Sal Babs, is there anybody from the starters who is actually playing in this game for A&M?
Dude, like, this is what makes this is like what it's sad, dude. I mean, like, I get like why kids opt out, don't play, but like, man, when we were growing up, like these dumbass bowls like this, man, they still were just like, people still played for pride. It doesn't exist anymore. The opt-outs just really ruin the games, and it only
what do you think is going to happen?
It only really leaves you with like your New Year's Day games, your Holiday Bowl, and the playoffs as like. But you know what?
What's going to happen when there's a playoff, Sal Babs? It's going to get worse. The bowls aren't even going to fucking exist, and
they won't exist.
It's another reason why my argument is against a fucking 12-team playoff, because it's going to be like basically college basketball. Every coach who doesn't make the NCAA tournament in basketball, he basically gets fired. Like in college football now.
How much money are these companies really going to make if these bowl games are so bad and there's so many opt-outs? Eventually, these companies are going to get out of it, and you're just going to have your 12-team playoff. It's just going to be like March Madness. You're not going to have any fake shit. It's just going to be the teams that get in, and they're going to play each other, and that's it. Because you have to try, you have to play, you can't opt out.
To be fair, it's gambling degenerates like us who probably will keep these shitty bowls going for a long time. So, hooray for us keeping the economy.
But like, there's going to be an expiration date on it.
Probably.
Like for now, yeah, it'll be fine.
I'll tell you what there's an expiration date on is my slam here of Oklahoma State. They're still a 2.5-point underdog. I do believe the wrong team is
Mike Gundy's good. Mike Gundy's going to get them to show up. They're going to play.
Great bowl
I'm adding it right now, as you can clearly see. We're going to add 2.5 here with Oklahoma State. It is in on my card.
It is officially in. I would just be concerned here. Ollie Gordon, All-American running back here for Oklahoma State.
I just trust Gundy to fucking show up and win this bowl game.
I hear you. I would still bet Oklahoma State even without Gordon, but he's such a huge part of that offense.
Not that we're slamming this. We're just, we're taking Oklahoma State here.
Yeah.
Look, they've done some nice things for us this year.
They have.
Let's keep it rolling with them.
Next game here, Salbaps, I actually may bet an under here. The Fenway Bowl.
Oh, Fenway Bowl. 20 degrees.
20 degrees.
Going under. What's the total? I'm looking it up right now.
50 and a half.
Fucking under now. Under now.
Here's
under right now.
Listen to this though. We have a Boston College team that was decimated by injuries the last couple weeks. Starting cornerback Elijah Jones gone. Starting cornerback Jalen Cheek didn't play in the finale. Starting safety Cole Watson hasn't played since week 11. Also in the transfer portal we have edge Shita Sila. Cornerback Alex Washington, he blows. Don't worry about that. I don't know. I would still probably lean the under.
There's too many fucking points, dude, for a baseball game.
Yeah.
And that's such a stupidly shaped stadium. So let me give you an example.
Has an over ever hit for Fenway Bowl?
Well, listen, just hear me out for a second because you still want to go with this. So Fenway is just like Wrigley Field where it's like 300 years old. And we saw what happened when Northwestern played Iowa at Wrigley Field. The score was like 6-3.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my point is, like, this is, like, insane. It's ridiculous value at that total.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous value. You have to take the under. If it goes over, that's just fucking retarded.
Next game, I would like
and let's remember, dude, this is December 28th. It's Boston. It's cold up there.
Right. Next game here, the Pinstripe Bowl, Salbaps. I would like to make this a Boss Cock Lock. May I make it a Boss Cock Lock?
Yeah.
Okay, I was waiting for an
it's fucking Rutgers
here.
For life.
We have the Rutgers.
They're gonna crank that stadium with jersey swag. It's gonna be. I mean, no one's coming. If you're in Miami in the fucking wintertime, why are you coming up here?
Oh, you're not.
You're not. You're not coming up here.
No. Absolutely not. Why are you, Miami, going to New York for this game, especially when you're going to be on your third-string quarterback? Tyler Van Dyke is transferring to Wisconsin.
He's leaving.
Colby Young, he is also in the transfer portal.
Although, to be fair, I love that transfer.
I do as well. I think that's a good fit. Donald Chaney in the portal.
Can we stop real quick though? I really, 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 really hate what Kyle McCord did and the way he handled things. The way Ohio State. Syracuse, like
fucking
dude, he's
weird.
He absolutely was the quarterback to help Matt Rule get Nebraska back.
I agree.
That's where he should have went.
I agree.
And that's what should have happened. I don't know. This kid, I don't know the kid, but he seems a little off.
Miami,
or getting bad advice.
Miami's down both starting safeties here. They have opted out. Also,
dude, there's nothing to discuss.
Defensive tackle.
This is Rutgers, Yankee Stadium, Rutgers.
Rutgers is their only significant opt-out. Is their star cornerback, Max Melton. That is a big loss.
But this is still Greg Schiano.
Still Greg Schiano. By the way,
who's been extended, by the way.
This is personal for Schiano. He coached at Miami back in the day. Schiano wants to beat Miami fucking bad. In New York City, essentially a home game. It's going to be cold. Third-string quarterback for Miami. You can still get money line plus 100.
Italian head coach, Yankee Stadium, Italian state. It's their college, Rutgers. Yes, the opt-out with the star corner sucks. Does not mean that the defense will still not show up. It's a 1-point line at the moment. Miami's not going to care about this game. Let's rock out with Rutgers. And you know what? Rutgers had a good year.
Yeah,
Rutgers
absolutely.
had a good fucking year. They were competitive in tough games.
Another game here. I am all over the dog. Sal Babs is your favorite bowl.
The Pop-Tart Bowl.
Pop-Tart Bowl. North Carolina State Wolfpack. One of the hottest.
Better be brown sugar. It's my favorite one.
Oh, brown sugar. That sounds like this girl.
Diabetes.
I just sound like this chick on Tinder. I matched with in New Jersey. Brown sugar. North Carolina State Wolfpack. You can still get them +3. Sal Babs, I think they outright win this game.
I agree with you.
The only significant opt-out that they have here is their starting nose tackle. Outside of that, Kansas State, meanwhile, we're seeing Will Howard, Avery Johnson. Will Howard is in the portal. Looks like he's going to go to USC. Running back Trayshawn Ward in the portal. Starting safety Kobe Savage. Starting quarterback Will Lee. Edge Nate Matlick. And then also wide receiver Phillip Brooks and tight end Ben Sanote. And then offensive guard Cooper Beebe. He also may opt out as well. A lot of opt-outs here for Kansas State against a team in North Carolina State that was very hot towards the end of the year. Usually, you don't bet against Kansas State in situations like this, but I think there's too many opt-outs. I actually like the Wolfpack here to pull out the win.
I agree with you. I like the NC State play. I'm with it. I added it to the card.
Okay.
So I'm on it. The game is at Camping World Stadium, Orlando, Florida. The only thing we'd have to worry about would be rain. You know how Orlando is, but we can't predict that far in the future. Not too far of a drive for NC State or plane ride, whatever the fuck they're taking. But yeah, I mean, look, Kansas State's been up and down all year. They've shown signs of flashes of what they could have been. They've shown signs of a bad team. They're very inconsistent. The Wolfpack have been competitive. They deserve to be here in the Pop-Tart Bowl, and we'll fuck with them.
And do they get Pop-Tarts dropped onto their head like we talked about last episode from a helicopter?
I don't know if they do that or they just start handing out boxes of like every different flavors and you just start shoving them in your face mask. I don't fucking know.
I like that. Little Pop-Tarts.
I'm looking forward to seeing how it works.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, Sal Babs. My favorite bowl, the Alamo Bowl. Remember?
Love the Alamo Bowl. Alamo Bowl.
Alamo Bowl. Alamo Bowl.
That's a great bowl game.
What do we do in the Alamo Bowl, Sal Babs?
We take the over.
We take the over every fucking year.
Look at this. Look at this over. Look at this, like such an easy over. Arizona, Oklahoma.
This game is going to be fucking sauce.
Oh my God, 62. It's at 62. I'm adding. I don't give a fuck.
It was 64.5. It came down when Dylan Gabriel announced that he was transferring
but
out.
You know what? They're still going to run their shit.
So you know why Dylan Gabriel transferred out in part?
Because the backup's better than him.
Because Jackson Arnold has a fucking cannon for an arm.
Yeah.
People down there at Oklahoma don't give two fucks that Dylan Gabriel left. They actually thought that this was going to be a heated quarterback competition, that Jackson Arnold may actually win the job next year.
Yeah, and to be fair, I do think that Gabriel's at a place where he'll do well, though. Like, he went to a school.
Oh, it was
they're going to run.
Great transfer. They're going to run the same exact offense.
It's a good transfer.
Yeah, great transfer for Dylan Gabriel.
So it works out all the way around. Like you said, nobody in Oklahoma is fucking losing sleep over this. So
opt-outs for this game for Arizona. Looks like only their stud left tackle, which is a big position, but left tackle is out here. And then maybe also Jacob Cowing. He's their second best wide receiver. For Oklahoma, it looks like their backup running back is out. Obviously, we talked about Dylan Gabriel. Left guard and also the left guard and the center have opted out, and another offensive tackle. So there could be some offensive line issues here for Oklahoma. Jackson Arnold's going to be under duress here from a Arizona team that actually has a very good defense. Desert Swarm is back. I actually like the Arizona team over 32.5 even more than the game over. How does Arizona not score 35 points or more?
They should. They should.
Do you remember them against?
This total's high for a reason. So if you like the total being high, then you should rock out with Arizona's team total.
Yeah. I'm all over Arizona team over 32.5. They may hit this by the fucking midway through third quarter.
So let's move into our Friday, December 29th. We've got the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Clemson, who, kind of salvaged their season a little bit. They're going to be playing Kentucky. Kind of a interesting game to watch. So we got a 5-point line with Clemson. Total over unders 46. I actually like the over in this game. to go over 46 here.
What's your rationale for that?
My rationale is that it's in Jacksonville, Florida. The weather should be good here. We've got teams with it's December 17th. We've got 12 days to come up with schemes here. The way Clemson has been able to kind of tweak their offense a little bit, Kentucky is capable of, when their shit goes right, of scoring. We've seen it happen. The total's low. I don't know, man. I mean, is it not a play? Is this not a play game? Do we just not bet this game?
I think you do bet this game.
I don't want to take Kentucky because I don't ever win with them.
Here's why I'm taking Kentucky. Stud linebacker Jeremiah Trotter Jr. should have gone to Penn State, but James Franklin fucked that recruitment up. He is opting out. Defensive lineman, stud for Clemson. Cornerback Nate Wiggins. Also,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, how does this not go over? Like Trotter was so fucking good that he literally single-handedly, like, every game that they won was because of him.
Basically, yeah.
Like, I seen it. I watched it. Like,
yeah, usually, last year was kind of the outlier with Kentucky. They had like a second or third string quarterback, but usually Mark Stoops does coach pretty well.
James Franklin's a fucking idiot for not getting that kid.
Yeah, absolutely. And fucking Philly, nevertheless, Eagles legend. Yeah, good job, James. I like Kentucky here plus 5.5 Sal Baps. I don't know if they win the game. Clemson could win on a gay last-second field goal, but I do think Clemson absolutely covers here the 5.5.
I think I'm going to trust myself. I'm going to go with the over there. I think it's low, and I think it's possible. So next is the
Sun Bowl.
The Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. How funny is that? Tony the Tiger.
Are there a lot of tigers in El Paso? I mean, I know there's a lot of donkeys.
Bro, it's the fucking cereal. It's Tony the Tiger. It's fucking the cereal.
I know. I'm just trying to think from a marketing standpoint, like, how does Tony the Tiger, is that like the preference?
He's going to run around and fucking throw cereal boxes at people.
Is that the preference of all drug cartels in El Paso, Sal Babs, Tony the Tiger cereal?
Probably. It's what they all pack it in. I'm going to be real with you, dude. I think Notre Dame fucking blows this team the fuck out.
So let's see. Notre Dame is, dude. This game is, as you would say.
With Oregon State, the whole staff left. They all went to Michigan State. They just like depleted.
Sal Babs, this game, as you would have been, coined to say, is pure AIDS. I can't even run down the full list of guys on both teams. This is literally look at this shit. That's Oregon State. I'm scrolling down right now, Sal Babs. That's Notre Dame. Notre Dame has even more opt-outs than fucking Oregon State. This, to me, is a stay away.
Right, but they
what's the total at? It had to drop down.
So the total is down to what's the date on that game? That's the 29th. It's the 29th. It's fucking low, dude. It's 42.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that. Just don't touch this game. Don't touch this game.
I'm actually deleting this Notre Dame play.
Yeah, you delete that shit.
I just cleared it.
I will say the one thing going in Oregon State's direction here is star running back Damian Martinez. What's his face? Your coach there. Why am I blanking on his name? Jonathan Smith. He suspended him because he got a DUI, and then he left. New coach is like, oh, yeah, you're cool. You can play in the game. So Damian Martinez is now playing in the game.
Yeah, let's not play this game.
For Oregon State.
We're not going to get involved.
I actually kind of like, if I had to pick it, I would probably pick at this point Oregon State plus 6.5.
So, whatever. We're moving into the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Memphis, Iowa State. Iowa State, y'all give them credit for getting into a bowl game this year, man.
Yeah, Matt Campbell there always does what.
They're laying 9 against Memphis. 57.5 is the total. I would lean nothing. If I would lean anything, if we check the matchup stats here,
I don't want to touch this
Memphis is 10-2 on overs. So they're 9-3. Their overs are 10-2 on the season. Do you believe that this is an over game? That's a lot of overs.
It's a lot of overs.
That's a lot of overs.
It is in their home stadium. It's in the Liberty Bowl.
That's a lot of 10-2 on overs, dude. 10-2. It's a lot of overs, dude.
Listen to this, though. Listen to this. Transfer portal for Memphis. Starting right guard. Starting left tackle. So they may have some O-line issues. For Iowa State, looks like star cornerback TJ Tampa is out. And then also their starting safety looks like he got hurt towards the end of the year as well. So I don't know, man. For me, this is a stay away. Absolute stay away. Sal Babs is texting his girlfriend as we speak.
Dude, you swipe on Tinder while we do the show.
Well,
I don't want to hear.
I do that for content. Are you going to let us in what you're texting your girlfriend?
She's watching the show.
Oh, she's watching literally right now. This very
She
moment.
always watches the show. Yeah.
Well, I mean, is she watching live or is she going to watch the?
She's watching. She always
She's watching it live.
Yeah, she always
Shout out to the realest chick in South Philly, Erica.
She watches us every week, dude.
She was accusing Sal Baps of spitting last night on the
Oh
bed.
yeah, dude! I coughed and she got up and turned the lights off, looking for like a loogie. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
You do spit a lot, Sal Baps. It is why I got the microphone covers here. You have been known to be Donald
Look,
Duck.
if you speak loud, you're gonna have to. Some stuff's gonna come out.
Is that what it is? The authoritative Sicilian voice that comes from your mouth.
Actually, real true Sicilians.
Yeah.
They talk like this.
Yeah, like Marlon Brando.
Yeah, you know, like like
yeah.
real Sicilians are like, like they actually like they're not loud. Like
I'll tell you what else real Sicilians do. They bet on the Cotton Bowl Friday, December 29th. Actually, Sal Babs, they don't bet on this game.
No.
I have no idea what.
No.
I have no fucking take on this game. For me, it's hard.
No.
Ohio State is in wounded animal mode, as Josh Pate likes to talk about. They are in the desperate housewife mode where they fucking need to win this game. Ryan Day has legitimate heat on his fucking face for this job there in Columbus.
Because he's going to be the Steelers head coach next year.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
He's going to draft Bo Nix and they're going to take over the league.
Yeah, right. Having said that, Missouri here is, a legitimate 10-2 team. It looks like here they are going to have fucking everybody here. So you have Ohio State, who absolutely needs to win, who are going to be down here a significant amount of their starting players on both sides of the ball against a Missouri team hungry to win. I don't know. This is stay away from me. It's still Ohio State. They still have 5 stars there on that 2 and 3 deep. No play for me.
I fucking hate this line. I hate the total. I hate the line.
It's 2.5. I would feel way better.
I actually fucking like Missouri, dude.
Yeah.
I actually fucking think Missouri's. I mean, Missouri's tough, dude. I mean, I actually like Missouri in this game.
I hear you. It's just, man, it's.
I know Ryan Day's your guy. It's just like I mean.
Listen, okay. There's a couple major opt-outs here.
I actually like Missouri.
There's a couple opt-outs here we got to watch. Marvin Harrison, obviously. Kate Stover, Josh Proctor, defensive end, couple linemen, and then linebacker Tommy Eichenberg.
Dude, if you're OSU, you're just depleted after that Michigan game. I don't see a motivation here. Missouri winning this game is way more on the line for them.
Emeka Egbuka.
There's way more line.
Emeka Egbuka, Jack Sawyer, defensive tackle Tyleek Williams, cornerback Denzel Burke have announced, Sal Baps,
submitted.
They will play in the Cotton Bowl.
Cleared.
Travion Henderson was expected to return next season.
Did not submit Missouri.
Did you just listen? I just gave you like legitimately
the reasons why Ohio State will probably win.
I just gave you like 5 dudes from Ohio State who are officially playing in the bowl.
We're taking Ohio State.
They're not without any fucking missiles here.
We're taking Ohio State. Or do we take the under?
What is he over?
50.
No, because Missouri still has
Missouri score. This is going over.
Missouri still has a shitty defense and a good offense.
Shitty defense, good offense. You know what? Ohio State's going to score. Let's take this over at 49. It's at 49. Let's take it.
Devin Brown has to prove here. It looks like Cam Ward may be transferring in there. This is a big opportunity for him.
Let's take this over, dude.
We're going to end here, Sal Baps, with the Peach Bowl. This is a, may I say, boss cock lock. Now you're probably thinking, am I going to be betting on my beloved Penn State Nittany Lions, Sal Baps? Am I going to be betting on
Yeah, I think you are.
James Franklin?
No, you're going with Lane Kiffin.
I am going to make a boss cock lock here, Sal Baps.
On their team total.
The Penn State's defense has been outstanding all year long. It has been a juggernaut. It has been a Berlin Wall that you have not been able to break into. It's just been the Penn State offense that has been bubonic plague.
Man, their offense is the reason why they're like not in the playoffs, bro. They could have beat Michigan.
Having said
they
that,
absolutely could have beat Michigan. They absolutely could have beat Ohio State. That Ohio State score was way closer than what the final score was. Penn State could absolutely be undefeated, man.
Let me get nice and tight for this one, Sal Baps. It is the slam of the century that we're going to take.
I agree with you.
The Ole Miss team over 21.5.
That's a fucking insane number.
Starting defensive end Chop Robinson.
It's actually a 10-unit boss cock lock, so it counts for 5 wins.
Exactly.
No, for real. Like, if we hit this is like a max bet. This is the biggest. If we had 10 of these,
yes,
we'd be holding them in the air.
If I could
This is a 10-unit boss cock lock that counts for 5 wins if it hits.
If I could put my penis, Sal Baps, on the line, if I could literally, put the Harry Johnson.
This is absolutely fucking insanity.
The full Monty.
This is
full
absolute
enchilada.
insanity.
The one-eyed Cyclops.
This is absolute insanity.
The Cockness monster.
We have Ole Miss has a profitable over-under total. There's no reason
Bowl
not
game,
to do this.
Indoors.
I mean, like, so
Lane Kiffin has had 4 weeks to scheme.
I mean, dude,
Manny Diaz is gone, Sal Baps.
Dude, he put 17 up at Georgia. Yeah. How could they not score 21.5 against Penn State?
Well, they couldn't score 21.5. That's impossible. But I do believe they're going to score more than 21.5.
No, that's what I mean. Like, how could they not?
Right.
Like, they have to, bro. Like, they put up 20 essentially at Georgia. They scored fucking 40 against A&M. They scored fucking 40 on Vanderbilt. They scored 28 against Auburn. They scored fucking 27 against Arkansas. They scored fucking 55 against LSU. Now Alabama, they 24-10, but that's why Alabama's in the playoffs. And then we have the Georgia Tech where they scored 48. I mean, this is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
This is like either Vegas is just like setting us up here for poverty, but I think we have to trust that they got this wrong.
Yeah, I think Sal Baps.
I think they're giving Penn State a little bit of a reputational, like.
Right. Like I said, Chop Robinson and Kalen King, they're legitimate first round or second round draft picks.
This is crazy. I'm cranking.
They have opted out of the game, Sal Baps. There may be more opt outs here. We shall see. Looks like Ole Miss is going to be full strength though for the most part here.
Dude, Ole Miss is going to play. They're going to play. They're going to play the game, man. This is going to be like Utah last year, where guys said they're going. This is It's a big thing for Lane Kiffin. They beat Penn State in this game. There's a lot of arguing. There's a lot of people out there that think Penn State's an incredible team. I mean, This is like huge for him. Like, yo, look, recruiting wise, he's already good at it. Yo, look, dude.
Transfer portal.
You scored 44 on Penn State, and
recruiting-wise, Lane Kiffin is not good.
He's a transfer guy.
He's a transfer portal guy. And they are fucking killing it in the portal. This is a bigger game for Ole Miss in the program and for Lane Kiffin.
It's a bigger game for them.
This is the absolute.
And they don't even have to win, bro. All they have to do is score 22 points.
All we need is a field goal and 3 touchdowns.
So obtainable
for a Ole Miss team that does not have a good defense.
So obtainable, which means they're going to get the ball back quick.
A Penn State offense that now has Kansas, and he's scheming. The Kansas offensive coordinator is now scheming for Penn State. I think this is going to be a Penn State offense that lets it rip.
It means more possessions for Ole Miss, dude. We're going to get possessions here. We're going to get chances to score.
I think Ole Miss puts up 30. 21.5 is a fucking
This is a 10-unit boss cock lock.
Joke.
10-unit. The first time we've ever done this is a 10-unit boss cock lock.
Sal Baps, like I said, I may fucking just go and whore myself out even more so than usual. Instead of putting all my money on Mara puts and calls, I'm telling you, this Ole Miss 21.5. If you're watching this right now, I can't tell you how fucking confident.
You can even be gay and just pay a little juice and buy it to 19.
If you
You
can
just throw like
Yeah.
$4,000 on. I mean, seriously.
yeah,
Like you
it's-
could.
Yeah.
Like we're
It's-
thinking not gonna score 3 touchdowns. Like
Yeah, this is the slam of the century. Sal Babs, any other last second words here for Bowl-A-Palooza Part 2?
nah, dude. I mean, we ran through them. We gave you our opinions. We gave you the opt-outs. We gave you the transfers. We gave you our leans. We got a lot of no plays, a lot of plays we like, a lot of totals we like, a lot of sides that we do or do not like. We've got good bowl game. Look, these games get better each day, right?
Yes.
They get good, and once you get to the Holiday Bowl, then it's fucking the funnest time of the season.
Yeah, agreed.
The funnest time of the season once the Holiday Bowl hits.
Agreed.
So let's try to hit what we can get here. Keep it moving, and let's see if we survive this storm that is taking over our county right now.
Yeah, Sal Babs, let's get you on the road here, and let's say our prayers, take our vitamins, grow our own food.
You have to now.
We're going to hit a fucking parlay. We're going to hit a parlay, Sal Babs. I'm speaking it into existence. Not that I believe in that occult bullshit, but Sal Babs, I'm telling you right now, our luck is changing. I'm going Jordan Belfort on you because, motherfucker, we are going to hit a poontang parlay. I will post it on the Twitter later on. I am loving the team overs. Sal Babs, do you believe?
I do believe, because there's nothing occult about having confidence, bro. There's nothing occult about that. You have confidence, then you know what? Shit happens.
Let it be known, on this day, at this hour, we stand tall that a poontang parlay is about to hit. You heard it here first. You better fucking trail us.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it. So if he's doing it, I'm doing it.
Make that bread and butter that hose. Butter them hose.
Like, subscribe, send me money.
That's right. Like and subscribe. Unless you're a communist.
Yes.
Or Hunter Biden.
Actually, if you are a communist and you've acquired some sort of racketeer scam from a nonprofit woke organization, still send us money.
Yeah, still send us
Still
on.
send us money. See, that's the shit we gotta do. We gotta go like